Oh, it feels good to be back, ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen, let's face it, with live watch alongs on a Tuesday morning. Yes, this feeling, you guys, is a good feeling to be able to do this again after, I think, a really long time. Certainly not in the calendar year of 2025. I don't even remember when I think the last live watch alongs was like a USMNT game or something. But how are you guys doing on this Tuesday? Are you at home, at school, at work? Out and about, on vacation? Happy Tuesday, says Andy Garcia. Indeed, happy Tuesday to y'all. If anybody has T-Mobile and you don't want to pay for MLS Season Pass, which in my opinion is overpriced, go download the T-Life app. This is not sponsored by T-Mobile. I'm just telling you this so that you don't have to pay for MLS Season Pass if you want it. If you have T-Mobile or somebody in your family has T-Mobile or somebody you know has T-Mobile, download the T-Mobile app, go to their T-Mobile Tuesdays thing, and you can get Season Pass for free. If anybody wants to check that out, do not pay for MLS Season Pass, $79 or whatever it is, when you can get it for free. What is going on? Where's Tack? Tack has work. Champions League match days are tough for Tack because he has to do, he has work. He coaches soccer around this time. So, very interesting question here from, hey, Pete. No. From Jar. Are we going to get a live stream of Triple G's first Chicago Fire game? I don't know about that, but there is a small chance that I will actually be at Triple G's first Chicago Fire game in Columbus. They start the season away this Saturday in Columbus. There's a small chance I will be there. So anybody in the chat who is from Columbus or lives in Columbus, shout me out. Maybe I'll catch up with you at the game or something if I'm there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be there yet. Ilyas Abdi, Walter, Judgmental, China Friends. Remember, Pete, you get $50 if Brown gets called up. I'm very excited for this $50. Hopefully it'll be a double excitement. If Brown gets called up, that's great for our present and our future. And if he does, and plus $50, which I sure could use. What have you guys been up to? So big game today. Milan are a goal down on aggregate from, the first leg where they lost 1-0 to Feyenoord in the Netherlands. So now they have to set that right. And our boy Christian Pulisic and Yunus Musah both start. Despite some reports that Pulisic would not start because of fitness issues. He has been one of Milan's best, if not their best player this season. And any reports to the contrary would have been quite surprising unless there was an actual injury. Where's my remote? Give me 1 sec, guys. I got to go find the remote to the TV. I thought it was here. But alas, it is not, and then we'll go over the starting lineup, so hang tight. And we're back. Not from explosive diarrhea, mind you, just from getting the remote. By the way, it's not on the stream, but we will also be tracking the Bayern. Oh, no, Bayern Celtic is later. Never mind. That'll be later. We are also going to do this tomorrow. We're going to do this tomorrow for Juve. They also have a crucial game against PSV Eindhoven, although they're going into it in a relatively better place, being up a goal. My guess is both McKennie and Weah will start that game. Okay. How are we doing here? CONCACAF Champions Cup is also starting soon. Monterrey versus Alajuelense. Okay. Serie A, Champions League. Here we go. Albert with a great question here. Do we think Milan wins, and who do you think scores? Well, I do think Milan wins. They're at home. They have to win. And preferably they have to win by more than one goal. Otherwise, then what? It goes to aggregate, right? If they win 1-0, Then it goes to extra time and penalties. And one BBL3. I had to pull out the lube after I saw that Weah tackle. Yes, indeed. Yes, I'm going to say Pulisic. I don't know if he scores, but Pulisic with a goal contribution today. Definitely Pulisic with the goal contribution today is what I have. Game should kick off in a little bit here, so let's take a look at the starting lineup. All right, at home, Milan in a 4-2-3-1, Mike Maignan in goal, a back four of Kyle Walker, Malik Thiaw, Pavlovic, and Theo Hernandez. The double pivot in midfield is Tijani Reginders, looks a lot like reindeer. And, of course, the American Yunus Musah. On the left, Rafael Leao. On the right, Christian Pulisic. Joao Felix playing as sort of a withdrawn striker /10 with Santiago Jimenez up top. Jimenez. Mexican fans are getting very excited because now, for the first time in a while, they have more than one or two players in a top 5 league. That's right, boys and girls, ladies and gents, they now have 3 players in a top 5 league, and boy, does that make their chests swell with pride. Unfortunately, some of them have already begun hating on Christian Pulisic, who has 46 goal contributions for Milan in the last season and a half. So Milan fans need to chill. Your boy has 2 goals, so let's relax, know your place. Hopefully he can play well today and be a good contributor. And I get it. You have a lot of stake and stock in this guy because you don't have, really a ton of options. Edson Alvarez's time at West Ham isn't going great. Raul Jimenez is having a fantastic time at Fulham. But Jimenez is what, 35? Right? He's got an expiry date. So there's a lot of hope and prayer and, excitement about Santi, and rightfully so. He's probably one of their better players at this time, although, 4 goals in 32 caps for Mexico isn't that exciting. But it's okay. They have to learn how to act. It's a process. You are finally once again slowly, in a small way, trying to, join the ranks of having your players playing top 5 leagues again. And it's an unfamiliar feeling. And I get that. You've got to learn how to act once more because you used to have this a while back. You used to have like 10 or 11 of these guys playing at good levels. And so it's just new. And that's, as USMNT fans, I think we need to help guide our brothers south of the border in this very new feeling for them of having, once again, L3 players in a top 5 league. And sure, it's only 3, but, baby steps, guys. Baby steps. That's how you got to go. Progress is there. I know it didn't work out for your boy, Diego Lainez. But hey, keep trying to produce players. Liga MX is still better than MLS. You definitely have that. I will give you that. Liga MX is still better than MLS, despite some MLS fanboys' recent assertions to the contrary. All right. Sorry, I realized I forgot to do Feyenoord's lineup. Awalin Roitha in goal. Reed, the teenage right back. Bielen and Hancho are the center backs. Hanko and Small at left back. Moder, Bueno, and Milambo in midfield. Milambo, another teenager. The Algerian Haj Musa on the right wing. The Brazilian Pajau on the left. And, of course, 18-year-old Perquevis Redmond up top. My guess is that Feyenoord are really going to bunker today. But that is just my guess. Let's take a look here at the bench. For Milan, they have Lorenzo Toriano, Marco Sportiello, the 2 keepers, David Barteshagi, Fikayo Tomori, the Canadian Englishman, Filippo Terracciano, Matteo Gabbia, Yusuf Fofana, Francesco Camarda, Samu Chukwueze, and of course, the Brit, Tammy Abraham. And for Feyenoord, you have Ismail Ka, Plamen Andriv, Jomar Girchov, Jalen Mitchell, Calvin Stengs, Shiloh Zand, Tobias van den Elshout, Ayman Sliti, Ibrahim Osman, Julian Carranza. Some of you might be familiar with this fellow. Luka Avanusic. And then they've got a bunch of injuries. A lot of injuries there for Feyenoord. Specifically, the big injury for them is, what's his name? Timber. Quentin Timber is the big injury for Feyenoord. So let's see how they do. What up, Pete? Digging the kit, my dude. Yes, rocking the Milan kit today. I wanted to send a message to, European clubs that if you sign Americans, you will sell jerseys, especially if you play them. No Dortmund jersey for me. What is up, you guys? How are we doing? How does everyone like Milan's new manager? K Plum, I think he's got a lot to prove, right? There's quite a bit to prove there for Conceicao. So far, he has not proven yet to be better than his predecessor. Oh, you know what we should do, actually, is we should have the game clock on. That's what we should do, y'all. Haven't had this in a while. Let's get the game clock going. If indeed I still have it. Do I still have it? Hang on. What was that game clock called? Let me try to download that game clock so that I can have it on the iPad and still have access to my phone. Giant Stopwatch is what it was called. Let's get that from the Play Store, please. I thought I had it on my iPad already, but apparently not. Game's going to kick off soon, so I got to do this quickly. Where's the store? Where's the store? App Store. Giant Stopwatch. Giant Stopwatch. It's not quite the one I had in mind, but countdown, I don't want countdown, no. So I'll get this other one called Stopwatch and Countdown Timer. Install. Sign into application. What? No. No, I just wanted a very simple stopwatch. Please, let me be. Digital clock, no. Stopwatch. Get. Install. They want me to sign in and shit. All right. What we're just going to do is use the phone then. That's what we're going to do. Use FOTMob. Yeah, but then I have to have FOTMob on the screen. That's the problem. Then I have to have it on the screen, which I don't love. So I'd rather not if I don't have to. Is that large enough? It's not really that great, right? It's a bit wonk. If we stick it up there. Is that any better? Not really. Let's do this. Not ideal, but it'll do for today. Oh shit, it already started. Pay attention, Pete. Oh, I think we're already behind. God damn, we're already behind. Yeah, maybe for the second half, we'll get it going, but sorry, fellas. I was just a tad too late. All right, Milan starting well. Pulisic with the ball from the corner. Cuts inside, over the top. Header! Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Already a goal. Already a goal. Santi Jimenez with the header. Santi Jimenez with the header. He refuses to celebrate against his old club. But who set that one up for him? Well, Pulisic with the hockey assist. Excellent finish for Milan. Already they have made it 1-1. So Pulisic here, I think it was Pavlovic with the header, right? So not quite an assist from Pulisic. Pavlovic. Did Santi Jimenez touch it is the question. Oh, no, it was Malik. It was Malik Chaw. I think he did touch it, yes. Santi definitely touched it. Malik Chaw. Yeah, Santi touches it, I believe. Yeah, he touches it. All right. So Santi Jimenez gives Milan the lead in great fashion. Good for him and good for Milan. Pulisic involved in the goal. Malik Chaw with the assist. And from the get-go, Milan are back in this, boys and girls. The people on Unimas are going nuts. Oh, I'm sure they are. All of Mexico is going nuts right now. Good for them. Good for them. I'm actually, you know what? The rivalry was getting boring. I want Mexico. I want them to have more players playing in the top 5 leagues again, right? I want them to have guys in the top 5 leagues again, you know, and playing at good levels, both for the competitiveness of the region, which has become quite stale, and also for the sake of the rivalry, which was getting a little dull with how much we were winning, right? All right, Feyenoord trying to make something happen here. Ball in behind, but well cleared by Pavlovic. Let me get this picture back up there since we're not using the clock. All right, throw in for Feyenoord near the touchline, and that'll be out. That is now a Milan throw near to their own corner flag. Nah, I prefer Canada, Pete. Winelkai, we need both. To make CONCACAF fun and interesting again, we need both Mexico and Canada to be good. That is the truth. We need them to be good. It is good for us to have a competitive region. As much as we like winning, we should not hope for a weak Mexico or a weak Canada. We need CONCACAF to be better because for better or for worse, we are stuck in it. We are stuck in it. And so I would rather have a strong CONCACAF than a weak CONCACAF. All right, Milan coming here again. Leao with a way too heavy touch. No surprise there. And Joao Felix doing a good job to track back and put the tackle in against Milano. Interesting, Milan playing against a player named Milano, which is the Italian name for Milan, which is the name for Milan, Milano. Milano. Pete, honestly, fuck Mexico. Strong sentiments, Chris Pena. I understand the rivalry. I do. Believe me, I have it the same as you do. But I am more interested. Here comes Leao again. Oh, over dribbling once more, Leao. Once more with the over dribbling. Look, I get it, right? You don't like Mexico, or let's say El Tri, because we're talking about soccer here, and I don't want this to be taken out of context. I love Mexico. It's a beautiful country with amazing people. I hate El Tri, right? They are our rivals. That is clear. But for the sake of our own team, the USMNT, which we love more than we hate Mexico, we need a strong El Tri. We need a strong Canada soccer. We just do, believe it or not. And, you know, the more players that Canada and Mexico have playing at top levels, the better they will be. And thus the stiffer competition we will have, which is good for us. And I want Jamaica to be good. And I want Costa Rica to be good. And I want Panama to be good. Sadly, none of them are very good. Not a great header from Santi there. Attempted hold-up play. Mexican soccer doesn't export players, so the competition will remain the same. I agree. Right now, they have 3 players in the top 5 leagues. 3 guys. They have Raul, Edson, and Santi. Here comes Milan again. Poor touch by Santi. Come on, Santi. Are there any other Mexico players, L3 players in the top 5 league anymore? There's none. They have literally 3. You know how many we have? 30. Nice tackle, Musah. Oh, you know what? Let me get the banner going. All right, Feyenoord trying to get some possession going here. All right, come down the left, attempted cross. Oh, very nearly a shot. Remember, Milan's big weakness is their defending. And a shot from just outside the box sails over the bar. Bit of a few nervy moments for Milan here. Someone says Huerta. Huerta's not in a top 5 league. He's in Belgium. He's in Belgium. Right? Even Chucky Lozano, now the Eredivisie is not a top 5 league, but at least PSV is a good team to play for. Chucky Lozano is back, playing in mid-LS with San Diego FC. Oh, yeah, you're right. They have Julian Araujo in Bournemouth and Johan Vasquez in Genoa. Does Julian Araujo ever play, though? Like, ever? I don't think he does. But Vasquez, you're right. Vasquez in Genoa. Yeah, so that's 5 guys in top 5 leagues. But I don't think Julian Araujo actually plays all. At least I've not seen him play. So Ariel Saravia, maybe I'll address that at halftime because it's a bit more complicated. I addressed it a little yesterday on Sunday's top 10, but I'll try to address it maybe at halftime today. If you can, bring this back up to me at halftime, just as a reminder, and I'll talk a little bit about it. All right, Milan in possession right now. Along the back, Kyle Walker to Pulisic. Pulisic to Musah. Back to Malik Chia. Chia to Pavlovic. Pavlovic to Theo Hernandez. Chia, long ball over the top, looking for Walker. Walker brings it down. Pulisic's in the middle. You go. Strike over the bar. Over the bar from Tijani Reginders. He got 400-ish minutes. Okay, that's not bad. We'll give him that. They do have a few. They have 5. Good. Good. They need to get more. They need to get more. Cesar Montes going back was not good. Cesar Montes going back was not good. Chucky going back was not good. But 5 is better than it has been otherwise at times. Okay? What does the U.S. have right now? 30 in top 5 leagues? Maybe not 30, maybe more like 25, but still 5 times as many. Bro, you're botching these names. Which ones am I botching? Am I botching Reginders? All right, can Milan emerge with the ball here? Feyenoord trying to play their way around. They took a sucker punch in the early, stage of the game. Let's see what happens here. Oh, here they come. Feyenoord down the right. Not great defending, but good step by Pavlovic there. Pavlovic to Theo. Theo to Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao has Musah wide open in space, but elects to go back to Mike Magnan. Magnan to Malik Chia. Pulisic tucking inside a lot to allow Kyle Walker to drift down the right. Milan being cautious in possession at the moment. Pete, will you cover the Under-17 World Cup later this year? Yes, absolutely I will. Absolutely I will. Under-17 and Under-20 World Cups will both be covered in great detail. All right, long ball out to Leao. He takes it down. Can he do something useful with it, or will he over-dribble? Good one this time. Cross is in. Oh, can they clear their lines? Reinders has it. Reinders to Musah. Musah wide to Walker. Walker slips in Pulley down the right. Pulley, 1v1. Simple pass back to Walker. Walker. Malik Chia. Milan playing very high up the field right now. Malik Chia dribbles into space. He finds Walker down the right again. Pulisic has tucked into zone 14. Tijani Reginders. Reginders to Hernandez. Low block here from Feyenoord. Pavlovic to Cha. Cha with a very bizarre pass that does come off. Can they clear their lines? Musah in a tussle. Pulisic wants it. Milan recover. Musah back to Walker. Pulisic down the right. He's got two players with him. Gives it back to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker pointing something out. Not sure what. Nice little combination play from Milan here. Oh, but that final pass is hard to get. Can they break? Pulisic fouled as he tries to win the ball. Ref waves play on. We still have it. Good spell of possession here. Haven't been able to create anything, but looking dangerous. Oh, terrible pass by Theo Hernandez. He gives it away, and Feyenoord will break here. Good defending by Pavlovic, who is fouled in the process. Yeah, Redmond definitely fouls him there. Oleao again. Takes the long ball. Oh, terrible pass to nobody. He had three players in the box, and he passed it right to a Feyenoord player. Not good. Not good, Leao. Musah. Ball over the top to nobody. Not a great pass there from João Felix. All right, long ball, Milan clear. Theo Hernandez, João Felix. Felix takes it down, gives it to Musah. I need Musah to be a little less passive at the moment. Musah gives it back to Pavlovic. The big weakness in Musah's game is impacting the game in the final third and his passing range. Good ball over the top. Can Walker take it down? He cannot. That was just a little too much on it there. Only know you. Below top. Can Milan score another here? Reinders to Leao. Back to Reginders. Theo Hernandez. Back to Pavlovic. A very low bunker from Feyenoord here. Milan with a pass out wide to Pulisic. Pulisic looking for a way through. Gives it back to Musah. Musah. All right, Reginders dribbles into pressure, but then gives it out wide to Theo. There's a lot of can Musah do something penetrative here? Good dribble from Musah. Go. Shot is poor. Good attempt from Musah, but the shot is wide and soft. Musah is just not a goal-dangerous player and never really has been. It's one of his biggest weaknesses, along with his passing range. Great dribbler. Can definitely carry the ball through midfield, but his decision-making and execution in the final third have often been poor and continue to be. We've seen very little improvement in that regard in 4 years. That's the big concern with Yunus Musah. All right. Feyenoord have the ball now. Can they build something here? We're 15 minutes in, 1-0 to Milan, and 1-1 on aggregate. Pete, Reginders. The EIG is pronounced as the Y in by. So it is Reinders. Thank you. Reinders. So I was right. So it's not Reginders. It's Reinders. Yes, that sounds a lot more like reindeer, which I love. Do you see Musah as a 6 deep lying playmaker? Here's the thing. You cannot be a playmaker if you're a poor passer of the ball, which he is, especially his long range passing. He's never been a playmaker. Playmakers have excellent vision, decision making, and a good passing range. Musah does not have that. Musah's big skill set is his ability on the dribble. That's his skill set. And that's probably why at the beginning of his Valencia career, he was played wide, and why Pochettino plays him wide. Because if you're a dribbler, you're better off wide. The only person who played him centrally really was Greg Berhalter, and so that he could put Giovanni Reina wide. Remember? All right, you have 180 people in the chat. Let's check out the likes count. How many likes we got here? Only 66. Let's get it, guys. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, do so. Zlatan wants more aggression from Pulisic. I'm not even going to open that can of worms right now. You know who needs more aggression on this Milan team? Rafa. Can Milan here attempted through ball for very, very close by Joao Felix. It was a good touch. It was actually quite a good pass there. Takes it down nicely. And wham, just over the top. It was a good pass from Santi Jimenez there. A very good pass. He takes it down well with the touch, but under pressure, he hooks that over the bar. Replaying the goal here, Malik Chia, and Santi Jimenez does the rest. Judgmental Deity says if Felix was from Panama instead of Portugal, nobody would rate him. Is Santi the greatest striker to ever live? That's what I'm seeing all over, Peter. Is it true? I mean, you and I both know that's not true. He's not even the greatest Mexican striker to ever live, right? So let's pump it. Oh, Tree Fat, remember, when you have so little to get excited about, you know, you tend to get overly excited about what you do have to get excited about, right? Green Grape Basin. Pete, what do you think of Kaveh Zahiro Leslam? I really haven't watched a ton of him, right? I really haven't watched a ton of Kaveh, but I will say he's not even anywhere near a meaningful depth chart for the US right now based on where and how he's playing. Like, you've got Sargent, Pepe, Balogun ahead of him. Frankly, probably Brandon Vasquez right now ahead of him too. There's Damian Downs, who we should be calling up. It's just, you know, again, like, just because you're playing in Europe doesn't mean you're good. And at the level he's playing at, we have better options. Better than Agyemang, yeah, but that's a low bar. All right. Bobby in the house. What's up, Bobby Hill? Pete, when is the next call-in show live? I honestly don't know. The call-in show may or may not happen someday, maybe when we get closer to the World Cup. But as of right now, no. It just, people did not have a lot of interest in it, and we didn't have a lot of the technical issues were certainly there. So, all right. Still 1-0. Here comes Leao. Leao finds, oh, that's a foul. Did he win the ball? That's definitely a foul. Yep. Good little pass by Joao Felix there. And Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, did he get the ball? It looks like he got the ball. Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't get the ball. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good yellow. All right. Leaves it out for Pulisic. Interesting. Back to Musah. Musah to Reinders. Reinders back to Musah. Feels like a bit of a wasted free kick there. I would have put that in the box. But, you know, maybe Conceicao didn't want that. All right. And Theo Hernandez with the dribble. Gives it to Felix. Has a shot straight at the keeper. And the follow-up from Theo Hernandez is out for a corner. Nope. Not even a corner. You just fluffed it. Shot is straight at the keeper, and that was off the outside of the post. Sese with a very fun take. Pete, stop with Sargent. Last time he scored, ass. All right. Last time he scored was this last weekend, I believe. But I know what you're trying to say. When was the last time he scored for the U.S.? Look, Sargent is not my starting striker. He's also not my second choice striker. But I do believe that in the Nations League, he should be given one more opportunity, considering that our two main strikers are injured. Because you tell me, Sesai, who is a better striker right now with Pepe and Balogun out? Who is a better striker than Sargent? Because Sargent has been producing in the championship, which is the best second division in the world, and honestly, a better league than like the Belgian league, for example. So if you don't like Sargent and you think he's ass because of the last time he scored or whatever, and you have a point, right? He hasn't played well for the U.S. He also hasn't played for the U.S. a lot recently, mostly due to injury. So I think you might be looking at like a couple 100 minutes at most since Qatar, right? So tell me who you want to start. Who do you start in Nations League, right? And look, I agree with you to a degree, but stop with Sargent. Last time he scored ass doesn't seem like a very nuanced conversation. All right. Rather have Haji. Well, Haji is still injured, guys. Haji is still injured. And Haji is playing more like a winger these days anyways. Right now, Feyenoord has the ball. I would bring... No, I can't show you the TV, Jordan. I would bring Josh Sargent and Damian Downs. And honestly, if Sargent doesn't perform against Panama, I would probably start Timo Weah up top. That's probably what I would do. Sargent is number 3. This is sort of my take on it too. Awesome research. Sargent is number 3 on the depth chart, but he's our best striker based on Euro performances right now, so he deserves one more chance. Agreed. And that chance will evaporate maybe permanently if he doesn't perform in Nations. Like if he goes to Nations League and he doesn't play well, it's going to be very, very hard to keep defending him, right? So it's going to be an important time for him. All right. Oh, Tijani Reinders robbed. 4v3 here. Feyenoord in transition. Can Milan defend this? Good defending from Reinders, and they do recover, but Pavlovic, okay, he manages to get it out of pressure. Theo Hernandez. Now Milan in transition. They're 4v4. He's got Joao Felix and Santi with him. His shot is blocked. Oh, no, he had Pulisic with him. Should have passed that. Duncan Maguire is a proven striker. That could be an option. Brother, he's not even a starter in MLS last season. He was also shit at the Olympics. There is nothing proven about the Tronco Duncan Maguire. Please stop with that nonsense. I would rather have Brandon Vasquez, Patrick Anguimang, Jesus Ferreira, and a host of other strikers before I would ever call up Duncan Maguire. Sesai, Haji has done more in extra time than Sartan in 20-plus caps. Haji's injured right now and has been for months. Like, I don't know. And he's also playing more wide, right? So we have to stop acting like Haji is a realistic option. I mean, look, if he comes back tomorrow, sure, I would maybe bring him as, striker depth, right? Not striker depth, like winger depth, who can also play striker. But at least know your facts before you're going to start demanding guys get called up. I'd rather see Brian White than Duncan Maguire. I mean, honestly, probably. Although I don't know about that, but they're same levels of ass, honestly. Same levels of ass. DK is not a good player either. The glazing for I'm happy for DK, and I'm happy that he's back. The guy has not ever been a USMNT level player. He is another Tronco who gets goals or got goals for a very short period of time in the championship due to a very strong physical presence. And I think he needs to stay healthy for at least a year or two and at least be scoring regularly in the championship before we even take another look at this guy. Pulisic. Oh, great through ball. Across the face of goal, and Santi makes the wrong run. That should have been 2-0. Should have been 2-0. Sesai, most of these players have done more for the USMNT than Sargent. Most of these players get to play where? In Camp Cupcake. If you take Camp Cupcake seriously, I cannot help you, sir. All right, Milan have the ball. Pulisic, back to Kyle Walker. Game is sort of turned off a little bit. Long ball over the top, looking for Pulisic, but it's easily headed out by Feyenoord, who regain possession. Santi trying to make something happen here. Can Milan win this ball back? Nope, Feyenoord have it. They clear their lines. Milan win it back, though. Feyenoord have offered precious little, mostly defending this game. Haji scores more. Sesai. At this point, you have to be trolling, Sesai. I can only help you so much here. Here comes Milan again. All right, Joao Felix dropping deep. He's got Kyle Walker to his left. Pulisic tucked in close to Santi. Here comes Milan. Pavlovic, Joao Felix to Musah. Musah. All right. Attempted cross by Kyle Walker is out. That'll be a Milan corner. I think Musah is doing fine. I don't think he's doing terribly. I think he's been very Musah-esque. Not really outstanding, but not bad either, if that makes sense. All right. Corner. Theo takes it. It's headed up into no man's land. Joao Felix takes it down and gives it away. What was that, Felix? Come on. That was trash. you're right. If this guy was American, there would be a lot more hate for him from the Milan fan base. But because he's Portuguese, he must be good. All right. That'll be free kick for Feyenoord. Mike Maignan is always a little nervy to watch because you just don't know what's going to happen with him. All right, Musah with the ball here. What can he do? Gives it to Reinders. Oh, terrible touch by Leao. Terrible touch. I am at 32-17 right now. Feyenoord with the ball. Gives it back to the keeper. Pete, I'm ready for you to get season tickets for Orange County. Tell them to get promotion relegation, and I will. I would love to spend more time at Orange County SC, but they need to earn my interest. Ooh, Pavlovic handball? Big switch from Feyenoord out to the left. This could go to penalties, guys. Neither team really looks like scoring at the moment. Oh, Nathan Redmond with a shot over the bar. Little bit lax defending there. Good cross down the right. Theo Hernandez kind of got burned. Or no, not Theo. I'm sorry. Reinders was covering. And Redmond with the attempt. It was a decent attempt from a tough angle, and the defender kind of had it covered anyway. But Milan need to be careful. We know their defending is shaky. So the rule today, Pulisic hacked. Is he okay? Yeah, he's all right. He's all right to continue. All right. If you play Pulisic up top, Musah on the right, you can almost play through West Gio to Pulisic, and Weah can swing over the top to score if we don't want to play our striker options. So before you play Pulisic up top, I would play Weah up top first. You could play Pulisic on the right and then Weah up top, and then maybe Nathaniel Brown on the left. That would be an option. But right now, we don't have a lot of great left-wing options, to be honest. Here comes Leao. Can he do something this time instead of just over dribble? Nope. Leao over dribbles again. What trash. Oh, my God. And now they've lost the ball, and Milan has to do the work to win it back. I'm sorry, but Leao has been really shit today. A lot of head down, over dribbling to nowhere. But you know who will get the hate if Milan don't win this? Pulisic. It'll be, it's Pulisic's fault. Even though Leao has been shit, and even though Joao Felix has been shit. Felix, ball over the top, headed out. That'll be a corner. All right, Leao here. They played it short. Dribbles, cross. Santi brings it down. And they clear their lines. Jesus. Come on, you guys. What was that from Musah? He just passed the ball out of bounds. Come on, Yunus. Or did he kick it out of bounds on purpose because Pajau's injured? So, yeah, Nate, I agree with you, but I think if we're going to play somebody out of position at striker, it should be Weah, not Pulisic. Pulisic's not really a striker. I don't think he would be very good there. I think in a pinch, he could play there, but Weah is a better striker. You want Pulisic more in a creative role. But thank you for the super chat. So this will go to extra time and penalties if it's tied at 1-1. If any team scores, then no, it won't. Pete, do we have any good left wing options outside of Pulisic? No, we don't. That is a big problem. I mean, look, Weah can play there, but then obviously you weaken the right side. Honestly, the best option, the best backup for Pulisic right now would be Nathaniel Brown, if we can snag him. Nathaniel Brown would be great because he provides cover for both A-Rob and Pulisic. And at some point, he could absolutely push A-Rob for minutes and to start. That's how good this kid is. All right, Feyenoord have the ball now. Try to make something happen, looking for Redmond, but it falls easily to Kyle Walker, who will take the throw. Yeah, Weah can play there, Reyna can play there, West can play there. But again, you're weakening other positions by forcing them to play out of position. If you don't want to move anybody else, then Nate Brown is your boy. Come on, Pavlovic, let's move the ball. Musah. Musah to Walker. Back to Musah. Very passive from Musah today on the ball. Very passive. Very little incisiveness to his distribution. Pulisic has been quiet, for sure. He's been quiet. Outside of the hockey assist, he's been quiet. All right, Musah dribbles forward. Gives it to Pulisic. Come on, Pully. Back to Kyle Walker. This is like Berhalter ball almost. Berhalter would love this. He'd be like, it's beautiful to watch. Just a lot of horseshoe passing, a lot of possession, not a lot of penetration. Oh, nice touch, Pully. Oh, slip him in. Slip him in. Oh, my God. Santi, Pulisic literally slipped you in on goal, and you somehow muffed it with a terrible first touch. Oh, that was a great touch and turn from Pulisic. And then he slipped in the boy Santi. Terrible from Santi. Not good. That should have been a Pully assist right there. Right there. Cross. Feyenoord clear. Pully picks up the loose ball. Gives it to Felix. Shot. Saved. Felix right at the keeper once again. Pulisic just created 2 chances in the last minute alone. Now Feyenoord in transition here. Can Redmond take it? Nice ball over the top. Milano lays it off. What's happening here? Offside from Pajau. Here, this is the replay. Oh, it's a replay on the... Joao Felix just hacked at that, straight at the keeper. He had so much of the goal to shoot at. And then Pulisic sets up Santi here. Terrible first touch, and he falls down. Oh, my God, Santi. What the hell was that? Both Santi and Felix completely destroying chances created by Christian Pulisic. Jesus. I had a Milan fan on Twitter trying to tell me yesterday how ass Pulisic was and that he just had a quote-unquote purple patch. It's hilarious. All right, Pulisic through the middle. Not a great pass. He was looking for Santi. Way too much on that from Pulley. Pete, are you worried? Pete, are you worried that if you and Tak don't win the tournament this summer, people will compare you to Greg? I know the trolls will come in for. I honestly do not care what people say. We are going to the tournament to do our best, but it's a very bizarre tournament. It's not even really soccer, to be honest. It's 7v7 on a 9v9 field. There's endless substitutions. When you go to extra time, you can take players. Each team has to take a player off every 5 minutes. I wouldn't even call it a soccer competition. It is a just sort of celebration of soccer related tournament. There's just weird rules, and a lot depends on the kind of players that you have. We're going to do our best, but there's world-class players involved, and there's a lot to it. We're going to do our best, but the problem with Greg Berhalter is he had far and away the best players of any team in CONCACAF, and yet he underperformed consistently. And his teams were boring to watch, and his player selection was terrible, and his tactics were terrible. How we are going to do, there's a lot of different factors that we have to figure out. We want to do well, and we're certainly going to try to do well, but it's also our first time in the tournament. Other teams have been there multiple times. They have a lot more experience. So we're just going to kind of see how it goes. It'll probably be a good learning experience for us. I think we want to do well, but we also have to learn about this specific format and playing multiple games a day and what that means, et cetera, et cetera. Winelkai, if you want to play, you have to contact Tak. He's putting the team together in Orlando. Theo Hernandez, yellow card. Who will be the vibes of the team? I don't know. I haven't met a lot of the players yet. I have to go there and see. Right now, what we're doing is a lot of scouting. We're doing a lot of scouting and looking at opponents from last year as much as we can and coming up with strategies to try to play in certain ways. Oh, Felix, get up. That was a major flop. Okay, that Theo Hernandez, that was another. You need me on? No. Trust me. With my ACL and I am not going to be an asset to the team on the field. Believe me, we're trying to get quality players in there. All right, ball goes back to Mike Magnan. We're nearly at halftime here. Yeah, some of these teams pay their players. We're not paying our players. We're trying to get guys who want the opportunity to come and play. Some of them pay players. There's a lot of ex-pros. So it's not, I don't feel pressure going in to win the tournament or anything. I feel ambition and I feel drive and I feel energy. And I want us to do well, and I want us to maximize the talent at our disposal with the tactics that we're going to be using. But it's going to be a big learning experience too, because I think, we're going to learn a lot about this format of soccer and what it means to play in TST, which is not, it's soccer, but it's its own animal, right? For example, they don't take throw-ins, they take kick-ins. So every kick-in is potentially a free kick. Right. So there's things to consider there. There's, bizarre rules where in extra time, you have to take a player off every 5 minutes. So now you could end up 2v2, 1v1, 3v3. Is that, I don't know. It's more like a fun kind of soccer celebration tournament than a serious tournament. But there's $1 million at stake. So, it's worth fighting for sure. See if you can get Gio. He'll finally get minutes. Lols, Joseph. Lols. Manny B says, Pete, can I volunteer to be the assistant coach role? This would look good for my college applications. Macwell is already the assistant to the assistant. I am just assistant coach. Who gets to split the $1 million reward? Archer, we will. Obviously there's a major fee involved. It's not really my team. It's Tak's team. I am there to help out. I'm not getting paid. I'm just there to help out. And then if we actually win, well, I'm sure there will be discussions around around where that money is distributed. But I know Tack, and I know he'll be fair about it. Players have to be paid, investors have to be paid, et cetera, et cetera. So Tom says, I can volunteer to drink margaritas. You can buy tickets for it. Charlotte FC Watcher 16. Yeah, so halftime. How many beer bellies will be in the starting 11? Well, it's going to be the starting 7 because it's a 7-a-side tournament. Julio says, damn, do all of us really not work? All right, who's working, who's in school, and who's at home? That's probably the biggest 3 distributions here. Will I qualify to be a coach if I get the U.S. soccer coaching license? That will make you less likely to be a good coach. Are Derek and Brett going to be the team mascot? We might get kicked out if Derek and Brett show up. Derek will be like, hey, I'm going to blank your sister's blank if you score on us. And then the ref's going to send Derek off. Swagman says, have the week off. Nice. Nice. They can be the drone specialists. Yeah, exactly. They can be the drone people scouting other teams. School. Evan's at school. Carlos is at work. Archer's off. Aaron is waiting for service on his car. I'm off because it's -1 degree in Chicago. Oh, geez. Kevin, I'm going to be in Chicago. I get to Chicago on Thursday. Not looking forward. Why am I going to Chicago in February? I don't know. You ask me. I mean, you tell me, but apparently because I'm an idiot. Hey, Pete, watching from Russia. Yeesh. Eric, what are you doing in Russia, buddy? Stay safe over there. Can you talk about USL Division 1? Burnt toast. Burnt toast says Spicy Jeff can massage the sore players. I think we're going to keep Spicy Jeff away from our team. We're trying to motivate them, not demotivate them. Can you talk about USL Division 1? So I did talk about that a little bit on Sunday, but I'll try to talk about it again here. Look, I think it's a good idea what they're trying to do, but it all depends. What are they trying to do with it? If they are trying to be another MLS, it is stupid because they have nothing to differentiate them from MLS except worse quality. It feels to me like they are using the ProRel thing by saying we want to have ProRel to try to hook new fans. But until it's actually done, I'm not going to pay any attention. I'm not going to pay. Like, if you want my money, if you want my attention, if you want my eyeballs, give me what I want. Then I'll pay attention, right? It's an open market. So if you're just trying to be another MLS, right? If you're just trying to be, sell franchise fees and build stadiums and call yourself D1, I mean, you can call yourself whatever you want. Nobody cares. Whether you call yourself D1, D2 is not going to make more fans come and watch you. You know what will make more fans come and watch you? Stakes, number 1, stakes, 2, quality. You bring those 2 things to the table, people will pay attention. But until they do that, it's all just an exercise in marketing, right? They've been talking about ProRel for a long time. Why haven't they done it already? If they were doing ProRel at the level they're at now, which they absolutely could do, then you would really have my attention, and I would believe that you are going to institute it. But the whole, we want to have ProRel, certainly. I mean, look, it has value to talk about ProRel as a possibility, because when Don Garber and MLS talk about it, they're like, no, it's never going to happen for us. Okay. So that is better. But also, come on, like, it's all talk until you actually do it. You actually do it. I am all in. You have a proper ProRel league. I am all in. I will become a season ticket holder. I will attend games, that whatever games are closest to me. I will buy jerseys. I will promote the league. I will talk about it. I will cover it, because that is how I believe soccer should be run. But if you don't do that, then you're just MLS 2.0 and you're full of shit. And why should I pay attention? So USL owners and Paul McDonoghue, listen up. If you're watching, which I know you're not, But do it right. And I promise you, a lot of Americans will pay attention. You will get a lot of diehard soccer fans in this country that want that and will pay attention for that alone. And you will have a more successful league. But if you try to become MLS 2.0, no one is going to give a fuck. All right? Spencer Doherty says, a top division Vermont versus main soccer rivalry will go so hard. I believe you. Which zoo will you and Tack be taking y'all's team to? I don't know. Does Raleigh have a zoo? We should absolutely do that. We should take the team to the zoo in Raleigh and then be like, guys, remember the meerkats that we saw. That's going to be my speech, the African meerkats. I'll be like, guys, remember when we went to the zoo and we saw those African meerkats? What did they do? They stood up straight and they looked around. It is a metaphor for checking your shoulder. Be like a meerkat. Before you receive the ball, stand up straight, put your paws in front of you, and look around and make sure you know who's coming. Be like an African meerkat. And that speech will go viral. And all the American soccer media will be, oh, it's so good. What a great metaphor. Greg Berhalter, our fearless leader. No, I mean, Pete and Tack. No, we're not going to do that. I will do at least one bounce pass, I promise. If you guys watch, because I promise you, just for the cameras, I will do at least one bounce pass. At least one bounce pass. Pete, make sure to ask the players how their families and wives are doing so the players will run through a wall for you. I know. Every day, I'm going to be like, tactics session. This is how we're going to play. How's your families? How are your wives? That's it. That's all the tactics you need to know. Oh, wait. Amoeba attack, verticality, African dogs, XG, eyes and vibes. Let's go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Look at my kicks and my bounce passes. Also, I'm going to be taking pictures with the fans in the middle of the game. Which one is Triple G and which one is BJ? I don't think either of us are any of them. I want a 10-second YouTube short of 5, 10 to 10 bounce passes from you and Tack. Oh, we're absolutely going to do that. Even if it's just in training, we're going to make a video where we stand next to each other and bounce the ball. We're absolutely going to put that on YouTube. This I can promise, even if it's just in training. Even if it's just in training. Start the worst players you got in the team if you really want to match Triple G. Tack said I'm the official mascot. Hank Hill. Will you allow selfies during the games? Only for the coach. Only for Tack. Tack's the only one allowed to take selfies with the fans. Right? Preferably in crucial key moments throughout the game. Dress up like Triple G with a bald cap, some tight jeans, and expensive kicks. Yeah, and I'll have my coffee mug on the sideline too. How long do you have to train with the team? We don't have long. We have about a week before the tournament starts. We only have 1 week. It's a whole new team that we're putting together for the first time, so it's going to be tough. But it's about keeping it to the basics. We're not going to get too complicated with the tactics because, it's about seeing the main framework from which we're going to be operating is looking at the players that we have, figuring out what are their strengths and weaknesses, and then coming up with with tactics, formations, and sort of principles of play that are straightforward enough, but that take advantage of their strengths and obviously cover for their weaknesses and also are adaptable depending on the opponent, the game state, et cetera, et cetera. So we want to try to keep it relatively simple and not overcomplicate it because we're not Greg Berhalter. And, the main thing is you get good players that complement each other and you put them in positions to succeed and then you let them go. This is my philosophy. All right. Steven Spada, they also need to get MLS off Apple TV. MLS needs to be on national TV. Otherwise, it only attracts the diehard fans willing to pay for mediocre soccer. Exactly. But nobody else wants them. That's the problem that MLS has is they really didn't have any other options apart from Apple TV. So, it's about money, right? They're not really trying to grow the sport. So whoever's going to offer them the most money is who they're going to take. And it's like, okay, well, sure, it's your business. It's your business. Make as much money as you can, but I think it's short-sighted. I think everything MLS does is not everything. Most things that MLS does are very short-sighted. Very, very, very short-sighted. You already have your slideshow presentations created for training. I have 224 slide, a 224 PowerPoint, 224 slide PowerPoint ready to talk about how do we change the way that Cary, North Carolina views soccer. Guys, we want to change the way that Cary views soccer. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do, guys. Let's see. Pete, favorite movie you have seen in 2024? Ooh, 24. It's a great question. Was Oppenheimer 2024 or was that 2023? I think that was 2023, right? Yeah, that was 2023. 24, I'm trying to think. Honestly, 24 was kind of a weak year for films. It's kind of a weak year for films. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Barbenheimer was 23. So was Killers of the Flower Moon. That was 23. 23 was a decent year for films. 24, I guess I saw Deadpool, but I mean, Deadpool was just, it was fine, but it's not like an amazing movie. Like Pete Scuffs. Wait, what? Pete Scuff says all your accents sound the same. Well, that's cool. That's cool. At least I have more accents than them. Dune 2, Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, I didn't really see. I watched Deadpool and Wolverine, but I didn't really it didn't do much for. I watched more TV shows in 24 than films. I think probably TV show. Honestly, I really enjoyed The Gentleman on Netflix, if anybody's seen that. It's Guy Ritchie doing TV for the first time. The movie was great, but the show was also really good. Well, to be clear, they say you always do an effete accent for people you don't like. Wow, they're really concerned about my accents. Good for them. I'm glad they found new content to discuss. Sure. I mean, they're entitled to their opinion like everybody else. I disagree with them on many things. Not everything, but many things. But like everyone, they are entitled to their opinion. Pete Scouser's accent sounds like a London chimney sweep. Oh, London, you mean? London chimney sweep. No, that's not a Scouser. Scouser is Liverpool. London would be London chimney sweep would be more Cockney. Kung Fu Panda was 2024. I didn't see Kung Fu Panda, guys. Pete, do you have T-Mobile? I do not, but my girlfriend does, so I did get the free season pass from her. Ryan Reynolds is going to find you in your sleep. Pete, have you been practicing your African dog speech for Cary? Yes, I have. I'm very, very excited to present it. But I'm doing a different twist, Liam. It's not African dogs. It's African meerkats this time. It's African meerkats, and it's all about checking your shoulder. Be like the African meerkats. Stand up tall and check your shoulder, boys. You watching the Atalanta game? No, I'm watching Milan. How many crosses per game? Oof, great question. Enough crosses to be effective without being overly reliant upon them. Outside of Greg Velasquez, Bimmy says Scuffed is decent. Greg has terrible ticks. I always liked Adam more than Greg. Adam never died on hills, but Greg had a tendency to die on hills at times. But honestly, I haven't listened to Scuff since probably 2021. So I actually don't know what they're like nowadays. That's my honest, I haven't listened to them in a long, long time. So I wouldn't know too much about where they're at or what they're saying these days. Maybe they've changed. Maybe they're, I mean, a lot of people really like them. So good for them. Good for them. The more content, the better. Let's see. Don't forget to tell your players the other game's scores in the middle of your own game. Good one, Joseph. I completely forgot about that. I completely listened to what he said today about you. AB, they said something about me today. Why? What did they say about, why are they even talking about me today? I rate Pete over 6 dribbles attempted per game. Are you going to use your creative 10 as a winger? Oh, these are fantastic. Keep these coming. I don't follow MLS at all. How is Triple G going? He's at Chicago now. Hasn't done anything yet because the season hasn't started. So we'll just see what happens. We'll see what happens this year for Chicago. Second half is about to start. Players are back on the field talking about my accent. Have they ran out of good content that they have to talk about my accents? I'm glad I'm living rent-free in their heads. That's good. I'm glad that they have found more content. Don't forget to completely dismiss any real questions and talk about your Jordan collection. Oh, fantastic one. Keep these coming, guys. These are great. If Minamino leaves, Gio could go to Monaco. Potentially. What is the biggest positive to come from Triple G tenure? Good question. Probably a couple of the dual nats. Yunus Musah. Balogun wasn't really recruited by Greg, although he was involved to some degree in the process. Second half is kicked off, by the way. It is still 1-0 to Milan, 1-1 on aggregate. If this score remains after 90 minutes, we will go into extra time and potentially penalties. Who is your late sub for pace and power going to be? I'll find him. I'll find our own Jordan Morris, although I don't think we have it. Are going to try to get Jordan Morris's on the team. Oh, Musah with the foul. That's definitely a foul. No yellow. Verticality, yes. Pace and power, yes. Amoeba attack, don't forget that one. African meerkats, also a good one. All right, Milan with the long switch to Theo Hernandez. Theo gives it back to Reinders. Are you guys going to have a fight and win? Yell, Captain. Ah, that would be hilarious. Pete, can Chicago Fire win MLS Cup? I would this season, no. No. Honestly, I would say no. Not with Greg Berhalter in charge and not with the players that they have. Leao. Great ball by Leao. Oh, out. Cleared. Come on, Leao. Finish it. Musah. Musah gives it to shot. Saved. Oh, Pulisic almost got on the end of that. That was a decent shot by Kyle Walker there. Pete, can you do Brazilian commentary? No, sadly, my Portuguese is limited to tudo bem and oi. That is about all I can say in Portuguese. Can the Fire make the playoffs? Sure. Absolutely they can. Absolutely they can. I mean, almost everybody makes the playoffs. Oh, here come Milan again. Oh, almost in Theo Hernandez. Almost. I can do Thailand here, yes. Having been born and raised in Thailand, that is possible. but nobody would understand it. Pete, if you could take one player from Milan and add him to the national team, who would you pick? Probably one of the center backs. Pulisic. Oh, man, am I having internet issues again? This hasn't happened in a while. LA Galaxy is going to back-to-back. First to 7 incoming, says 6 p.m. delivery. People are saying Maignan. The problem is Maignan is also has been quite error-prone this season too. So I don't know. I think I would almost rather take a center back. All right, here comes Milan. Pavlovic with the run inside and terrible cross to nobody, straight to the keeper. Throw in for Feyenoord here. 50th minute. Pete, why are you so handsome? Thank you. Is this a Jeff Carey burner? Richards McKenzie duo will be beast. Trust. I hope so. I hope so. Here comes Feyenoord. Pete, you're going to watch White Lotus new season? Yes, I already watched the first episode on Sunday when it dropped. We were big fans of both season 1 and season 2, so we're psyched for season 3. And yes, it is based in Thailand. What I don't like about Santi and AC Milan is that the Mexican press only mentions Santi, no Pulisic. Of course, that's their boy. I don't blame them for that. They are focused on Santi Jimenez coverage, and they're going to be naturally predisposed to be biased against Christian Pulisic, which, to be fair, we would be too. We would be too. So it kind of works both ways. Do you agree Aronson is a more successful European player than Gio? No. Aronson has never been successful in a top 5 league, whereas at least Gio has. Okay, here comes Milan. Leao, Theo. That's a penalty. No. Oh, did he dive? He's getting a second yellow. He's off. Theo Hernandez is off? Holy shit. I got to see this on replay. He's essentially saying he dived. You got to be kidding me. All right, so let me see this here. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is a major dive. Yeah, he dived. He didn't even touch him. Oh, yeah, he deserved it. But he dove. No, he absolutely dove. He absolutely dove, guys. No question about it. Oh, boy. Well, that's not good. He just fucked Milan here. Now they're going to have to play more defense. You know what they're going to do? They're going to pull somebody off. And I have a feeling he might pull off Pulisic. Even though he should probably pull off Joao Felix. He's going to pull off somebody for sure. He's going to pull off someone. Question is who. I'm worried he might pull off Pulisic. Even though, yeah, it was a dive. Yep. Well, not every ref dishes out a yellow for a dive. All right, this just got interesting, guys. 53 minutes in. This just got interesting. All right, here comes Feyenoord. So right now, Musah's playing left back. At the moment, it looks like Musah's playing left back. Let's see if there are any Milan changes to try to preserve this and then go for... The thing is, I wouldn't pull off Pulisic if you're going to penalties because that's your penalty taker. I don't know. Pete seems more excited to EU games than the American ones. If you're talking about MLS games, absolutely 100%. Absolutely. It's not even close. I have no excitement for MLS games. Yeah, I would. The problem is Leao. The problem with pulling Leao is that he could also be occasionally very good. Like he could have a shit game and pull a moment of magic out of nowhere. So it's tough if you decide to pull him off. But the problem is Leao doesn't defend. So it's a tough one. Personally, I'd probably pull Leao because also if this goes to penalties, you want your penalty taker there. Never missed, right? Or you could just take off Joao Felix, who hasn't been good. Take off Joao Felix. That's what I would probably do. Leao at least has some magic to him. Jair Vasquez says, I would pull off Santi. I mean, I guess if you pull off Santi, you're essentially saying you don't know if you want more goals. Also, Leao is not good at penalties either. So there's different schools of thought about this. But, I mean, look, you can still score with 10 men. It's not like it's over. It's not like they can't do anything now. They just have to be careful. Leao finds Felix. Felix with the giveaway, of course. Jesus, Felix. What the hell was that? Now they've given it to Feyenoord, and now Feyenoord in transition. Yeah, Felix might be the guy to pull. He might be the boy to pull, guys. It's 4 a.m. my time. Where are you, P. Morton? Should I just go to bed? No, don't go to bed. This thing is like, we don't know which way this is going to go. Are you kidding? This game is far from over. This game is far from over. Big switch out for Feyenoord. Oh, Milano barged over. Free kick. Oof. Free kick in a very dangerous position for Feyenoord, right on the corner of the box. Musah. Yeah, Musah was all over him. Yeah. Musah giving away a dangerous free kick there, left back. Give me a time check, please, to synchronize. It's 55, 57, 58, 59, 56, 56:01, 2, 3, etc., etc. All right, let's see how Feyenoord handles this, and then I'll answer Thiago's question. And headed away. And he was offside anyways. Kind of a wasted opportunity there for Feyenoord. But Milan live to fight another day. Do you feel like deciding matches by PKs is fair? I don't know if it's fair or not, but sometimes it's the only way. At some point, you have to decide a match, right? Without extending the game for too long to where it becomes dangerous. So it's probably the best bet. It's probably the best of the options. Mike Magnan goes along with it. We could be here for a while, guys. We could be here for a while. I have a feeling this one's at least going to extra time. All right, Feyenoord seem to have a little burst of energy here. They're coming down up against 10 men. They know one goal and they win this. One goal wins this for them. That's it. And Milan look a little bit scared now. Like they don't look like themselves. They look like really rattled by that red card. You cannot lose in the Champions League to Feyenoord. That's a disgrace. Ugh. Come on, Milan. Ooh, over the bar. Over the bar, but it was a foul anyways. Long ball over the top. Milan. Nope. Feyenoord win it back. That's a foul. Definitely a foul there. Pushed. All right. Let's see what they do with this. That wasn't a foul. That was complete bullshit. Santi fouled the Feyenoord player, and he barely touched him on the chest. Oh, my God. That is not a foul in a million years. That, he definitely got away with that. That could have been a yellow for Santi. Now, the question is, who's going to take it? Is it going to be Reinders or Pulisic? Leao should not take it. Stay out of the huddle, Leao. Go get in the box. Oh, no, it's Felix. Never mind. Looks like Reinders is taking it. Terrible. Terrible, right at the wall. But they did win a corner, which Pulisic will take. And let's see what he does here. Come on, Pully. Let's get a nice assist. Preferably for Musah. Musah headed goal to win it. Pulisic assist. Decent corner. It's in the box. Oh, my God. Felix just smacks it against the defender. Terrible shot. Hi. All right. Pulisic is now on the left. Cuts inside. Shoots! Right at the keeper. Decent shot, but straight at the... All right, here comes Feyenoord down the right. Haji Musah. All right, down the right. Good tackle by Musah there. Good tackle. Pulisic subbed off. Damn. I don't know, man. I had a feeling he was going to sub off Pulisic for Bartoszagi. Yeah, but of course, João Felix, who has done nothing, gets to stay. And Rafael Leao, who's been a dribble merchant, also gets to stay. All right, Milan. Let's hope you can pull this off. If you go to penalties without your boy, who's never missed a penalty and is your designated penalty taker. Ooh, Carranza is coming on. Interesting. Nate says, I kind of hope Milan lose now. No, because I want Pulisic to continue to play in the Champions League. So I kind of don't want them to lose now. But yeah, Joao Felix and Rafael Leao have been ghosting this game. No problem. Pulisic was involved. Yeah, Julian Carranza was formerly of NYCFC. Some of you guys might know him. Yeah, they should have pulled Felix at least. Also, if you're going to penalties, you need Pulisic on the field. Oh, it was Philly. You're right. Not NYCFC. Philly. Santi can't get to that ball, and Feyenoord scoop it up. We're at minute 65. It's still 1-0 to Milan, who are playing with 10 men. Theo Hernandez sent off. I think both teams are playing a little bit cautiously right now. Like, they know it's on tenterhooks. It's a very finely balanced tie, and one goal probably wins this, and nobody wants to concede that goal. Feyenoord look a little better than they have been. Shot from distance is high and wide. Interesting. Milambo. Oh, it's Milambo, not Milano. Conceicao is not happy. Oh, internet issues again. Did I freeze? It's kind of disappointing they took off Pulisic, guys. I'm not going to lie. Definitely takes off some of my motivation to keep watching and streaming. Who would be your PK takers for the USMNT if it goes to PKs? Great question, Jar. So obviously Pulisic is there. Pepe would be there. McKennie would be there. Gio would be there. Weah would be there. Those would be my 5. It's lagging like you're on the elevator in Severance. I haven't seen Severance yet. Have you guys seen it? I've heard good things. Anybody here seen Severance? Thanks for not lying? What do you mean? Going to be one of the best shows in the last 20 years. Wow. Saw season 1. Good. Yes, it's great. No Ballo. LO. Yeah, sorry, Ballo. I've seen you miss too many penalties. Is that the one with Adam Scott? Yeah, I think it is. That is the one with Adam Scott. I've heard really good things about it. I might check it out, actually. I might just check it out. This game is getting very scrappy now. Aaron says, I just watch YouTube and listen to podcasts. What are your guys' top podcasts that you listen to? Scuffed? You should watch Ozark. I've seen Ozark. I haven't seen all of it. I think I've seen like 2 or 3 seasons. P. Morton says, calling it now, Pavlovic wins it on a header from a set piece. That would be fine. I'd take it. Dest would do a Rabona PK. My goat. Yeah, I would not trust Dest on penalties. Not in a million years. Jar says, Pete, You going to watch the USA versus Canada hockey final Thursday? I'm traveling on Thursday. I'm flying to Chicago, so probably not. But I hear it's been fun. I hear we got booed up in Canada and then beat them, so that's always fun. Pete's Wi-Fi is like Felix's passing, no connection. My Wi-Fi has actually been a lot better since I switched from Spectrum to AT&T Fiber. AT&T Fiber has been a lot better. Oh, giving it away. But no, come on, Musah. Here comes Feyenoord down the left. Cross header way over the bar. Oof, should have done better with that header. Fofana's coming on. I wonder for who. I wonder for who. Your Wi-Fi is on the Spectrum. Ah. All right, goal kick for Mike Magnan. You think Musah's coming off? Yeah, Musah might be coming off, especially if he's on a yellow. Also, he needs to be... The problem with Musah's performance, too, is he's not Portuguese enough. Not speaking enough Portuguese. If he spoke more Portuguese, he would have had a better performance. Let's see. Yep. No, Santi pulled. Interesting. Santi's the one getting pulled. He's definitely going defensive here. He definitely, I guess Musah still has defensive value on the field, whereas Santi does not. So Wesley Fofana is on. Santi pulled. He's just going to try to defend for the last 20 minutes and then defend for another half an hour and then hope that Rafael Leao and Joao Felix can win it on PKs. This is going to be interesting. Kind of hoping this game wins at finishes at 90 minutes, guys. I don't know if I want to continue to penalties. Who are the worst three? Oh boy, I wish I could help you here, Thiago. Who are the worst three PK shooters playing for MLS? I don't really watch that much MLS, so I wouldn't actually know the answer to that question. Maybe an MLS nerd in the chat can help you. But I don't really watch enough MLS to answer that confidently. It's a good question, though. You think he's hoping for a moment of Leao magic? Yeah, let's hope so, too. Because right now, this is starting to feel like Feyenoord on the ascendancy. They've had several chances already, sort of half chances here. So, ooh, did that go out? Not the whole ball. The whole ball didn't go out. The 6 p.m. delivery says Galaxy misses a lot of PKs. It was a theme all season. By Joao Felix. Looks like I'm having internet issues again. Do you know how long it's been since I've had internet issues? Roldan for fun, says Ping. Aaron Long, Paul Ariola, Christian Roldan. Ah! All right, shifted out to the wide. Long switch, Feyenoord down into midfield from distance. Milan are just going to defend here, huh? They're just going to defend for their lives. Oh my God! Feyenoord just scored. Rangers wasn't even tracking him. Oh, shit. Milan's going home. Oh, shit. Well, you pulled off Pulisic and Santi. So you really thought Felix and Leao were going to do the job? Oh, Jesus. Oh, game over. They're going to literally, Feyenoord is going to win this. You got to be kidding me. Maybe you shouldn't have pulled off Pulisic, huh? Maybe you shouldn't have pulled off Pulisic. You decided to get... He basically did what Berhalter did against Panama. Freaked out because they went a man down and just went super defensive for no fucking reason. Went super defensive for no fucking reason. He pulled a Berhalter. He pulled a Berhalter right there. That is what happened. That is what happened. Knocked out by Feyenoord. It's a joke, Milan. It's a joke. They have 17 minutes, and what? They took off 2 attacking players. So now what? They're going to rely on Leao over dribbling into dead ends to try to win this for them? Joao Felix giving the ball to nobody? Crazy. I don't know, guys. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for Milan at all. Cross, an attempted cross. Nobody gets on the end of it. Feyenoord still have it. Feyenoord still have it. Let's see what happens now. Whose name do you have on the back of your Milan jersey? Pulisic, of course. See? Pulisic. Are Feyenoord going to score again? Right now, Feyenoord looks more likely. Feyenoord looks more likely to score again than Milan do to get the winner. Let me edit the banner here. Carranza himself, Julian Carranza, the former Philadelphia Union player, scored against Milan. And Milan might be going home. Very likely at this point are going home because they don't look like they're going to score. They really don't look like they're going to score. But stupid from Theo Hernandez. Completely overreactionary from Conceicao to go defensively for so long. At something Milan, this is the thing. Milan's not even been good defensively. Like, why would you try to rely on the thing that you've been so bad at? It doesn't make any sense. All right, Milan trying to create something here. Malik Thiaw finds Fofana. Fofana gives it to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker back to Fofana. Reinders. Reinders tackled. Ball pops out. Ref says free kick due to the foul on Reinders. He's not going to get sacked. He just got there, guys. He just got there a month ago. Like, are they really going to sack him? Are they really going to sack him within the first month? Oh, almost. Decent little header from Malik Thiaw there, but right at the keeper. That was probably the last chance they're going to create. 78th minute now. They've got 12 minutes. They've got 12 minutes to do something. They did sub off Pulisic, all-around gamer. They did, sadly. Milan trying here. Leao down the left. Cross to nobody from Leao. No surprise there. All right, Leao gives it here to Fofana. Fofana to Rangers. Milan look like they're trying here. Just not sure how effective they can be. They were saying Pulley, wasn't fully fit to begin match. It's hard to know how much of those reports were like real and how much are bullshits, right? Are bullshit. John, thank you. John Hoban says, tuned in late. Interested to hear your thoughts of BVB wanting Gio after Milan was interested just a month ago. Thanks for all you do for a USMNT fan community. Thanks, John. Yeah, look, Gio probably should have pushed for a move this summer, but it was this winter, in January. But it was a weird thing because he actually was starting to get more minutes under Şahin. Şahin was really starting to give him some starts, both in the Champions League and the Bundesliga, and he was getting usually 20 to 30 minutes off the bench. So, but then he got fired right in the last week of January, and it wasn't clear, whether or not Niko Kovac was going to rate him. So it was a bit of an awkward time. But yeah, this summer, absolutely, he needs to go. There's no question about it. Kovac doesn't rate him at all. Sorry, I've got this banner wrong. Let me pull that off and edit it. It's 1-2 aggregate, not 1-12. But yeah, I understand why he didn't move this winter. The switch to Niko Kovac was a weird one, and it happened too late in the window for anybody to react to it. All right, come on, Musah, what are we doing? '82nd minute. And Musah's now subbed off. Oh, yeah, of course. They're better than the USMNT. They have much better players than the USMNT across the board. It doesn't mean we can't beat them, Winalkai. But yeah, across the board, they're definitely better than the USMNT in terms of player quality. Felix does not get pulled. Rangers gets everybody gets pulled except for Felix and Leao. Those boys, no matter what they do, they will not get pulled. Wow. Just wow. Pulley off, Santi off, Musah off, Rangers off. But if you're Leao and Felix, you ain't going nowhere. Oh, no! Are they going to score again? Here comes Feyenoord. Are they going to score again? No. Kind of botched that opportunity there. Fouled. It's going to be a free kick for Feyenoord in the 84th minute. And trust me, they're going to take their time. They're going to take their sweet time, for sure. Clearly, the problem is there were 11 Portuguese players starting for Milan. Yeah, this has been bad. This has been bad, guys. Here comes Feyenoord. Look more likely to score again than Milan do to get the equalizer. Pulisic should say he's 132nd Portuguese. That's not enough for Conceicao. Here comes Milan, 85th minute, trying to get Rafael Leao to do something here. Cuts in, cuts back out, and gives it away. Of course he does. Rafael Leao cannot help himself. Jesus Leao. He just literally dribbles into the box and then just gives it to the opponent. Here we are again. Cross to nobody. Oh my God. How is Rafael Leao still on the field? This is absolute nonsense. This guy has done absolutely nothing. Oh, more diving. Will we ever see COVID Pulisic again? Yes. We've already seen him to some degree during this Milan time. I don't think he's as explosive as he used to be, but he's still extremely explosive, in my opinion. And we've even seen this with Milan. We've definitely seen it. Yeah, Pulisic should change his name to Pulisicao. Oh, ball to nobody. What was that, Felix? Felix and Leao are literally in a competition right now to see who can be more shit. They literally are. Both of them have been absolute trash in this game. Oh, Tack called me 4 minutes ago. Let me call him back.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
Tack live on air. Hey, you're live on my stream.
I'm live on your stream. Thank goodness you warned me, right?
Oh my God, yeah. Who knows what you might have said?
It could have been really bad, but it's a treat for Milan, right?
Yeah, it's awful, dude. Felix and Leao have been so bad, and they're the only two guys that don't get subbed. Pulisic subbed, Musah subbed, Reinders subbed, Santi subbed, and but Conceicao, if you're Portuguese, you stay on the field no matter what you do.
Well, Santi sucked, but Santi scored a goal, so they
sure. Santi was not good either.
Everyone forgets about that he sucked, because just like last game, he sucked last game, but then he scored a tap, and it was like, oh, he was incredible.
Well, he also should have scored. Pulisic set him up for a clear shot, and he fell over the ball.
He does that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
It looks like Milan are out. Theo Hernandez got sent off. They're playing like shit.
Honestly, I think Pulisic needs some rest, so maybe a few less games in the season would not be that bad.
I kind of agree. It's not the end of the world. A few less games. Keep him fit for Gold Cup and Nations League.
Yeah, at this point, I'm looking more towards the World Cup and everything, so just keep him fit, let him play for the national team. And then who knows, if Milan doesn't qualify to the Champions League next season, the downside is Pulisic doesn't play in the Champions League. The plus is that he'll be fresh for the World Cup.
Right. Right.
People, you know what I was hearing? People keep asking, how does A-Rob handle so many games and not get injured?
He doesn't
play continental tournaments, so he just playing the Premier League.
Yeah. Yeah, he just plays one game a week most weeks.
Yeah. Even at FA Cup, sometimes they play him, sometimes they rest him. So he essentially just plays Premier League. And if Pulisic is just playing Serie A, he'll be flying for the World Cup. So it's not the end of the world if that happens.
No, it's not. It's not. I don't even think they'll make Europa League at this point, to be honest.
No, we talked about this a while back. It's like either make it to the Champions League or don't qualify to any of it at all.
I know. We don't want him in the Europa League.
No, just more games.
More not interesting games that are like going to be rough on his legs.
Exactly. So pretty much either qualify to the Champions League or just play the Serie A. That's it.
Yeah. Try to help make Milan great again.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can do that right now.
Don't worry. The Portuguese boys will. Don't you worry, Tack.
Yeah, you look at the teams that Milan used to have go to the 2000s with Kaká, Pirlo, Gattuso, Seedorf, Shevchenko, Nesta, Dida on goal, Cafu. You're like, whoa! And then look at what they have right now, like Emerson Royale, freaking João Felix is like a Wish.com version of Kaká, and that's even underselling it.
Well, people were already comparing him to Kaká after like one game at Milan. What are you saying?
That has like shit.
Yeah, it's nonsense. He's been a really bad day. Really.
I mean, like, it looks like Kaká, physically speaking.
Sure. Looks like a Mormon.
Yeah, he looks like Kaká. That's about it.
Yeah.
Everything else, it's not big. It doesn't have the dribbling ability, the explosion, the speed, the long range shots, the clutch gene, and none of that. None of it. That's why he keeps flopping around.
Oh, Leao literally just crossed it out of the field.
Leao is one of the players that is really frustrating me the past few days because the past 2 months actually, because you can see that he's very talented for sure. I don't argue that. But he's one of the dumbest players I've ever seen.
No, I know. His decision making and execution in the fight. He over dribbles. His crosses go to no. Do you know how many times he like passed it to a Feyenoord player in the box in this game? Like literally just passed it to him under no pressure.
Simple decisions. Always forces it.
Yeah.
He'll have like right next to him and 3 players marking him. He'll choose to try to blow by 3 players. And then he'll catch in the lead and get it to work.
Yeah.
And then that's the he just blew by 3 guys. Like, yes. That was in a row.
Yeah. No,
it's technical and fast, so it works. Like eventually it'll work, but it's moronic decision after moronic decision. Like,
I know.
Milan.
Yeah, I know.
The string there. I love the game already. That's why I called you. So
all right. Sounds good, man. Have fun at work. Talk to you later. All right. Tack making his cameo appearance on the stream. There are 3 minutes left. We're in the 2nd minute of extra time. And Milan, as it stands, are going home. There is no more Champions League journey for the Rossoneri. And I'm sure many people will find a way to blame Pulisic. But let's be honest, Theo Hernandez, Conceicao, and the Portuguese boys are largely to blame here. Matthew Dominguez says, I take ACL Ricky Puig over João Felix. Yeah, really. Is the Open Cup going to be an A team this year? I think so. I think it will be. Because there's no conflict, right? There's no conflict with the senior team playing Nations League that summer. So I thought the Celtic Bayern game was at the same time, so I was going to keep track of it, but no. I mean, look, Celtic are going home. Bayern won 2-0 at Hampden Park. Like, there's no way. There's no way Celtic are going to go win 2-0 in Bayern in Germany. There's just not a chance in hell. So I'm not going to cover that, but I'll keep an eye on it, but I won't do a stream. But I will do the stream tomorrow, guys. I'll do it tomorrow for Juve PSV. For Juve PSV. Pete, what do you think of James Sand's injury? I mean, that sucks for the guy. You know, he just trying to push himself again and go to Europe, and it's like really unfortunate. But I don't think it has a big impact on. Oh, it was 2-1 Winelka. You're right. It was 2-1. It might still be in it. I don't think it has a big impact on the U.S. because James Sands is not a USMNT level player. So it doesn't really have any serious USMNT impact, in my opinion. It's sad for the guy, and it sucks for him. And we always want our Americans playing well. All right, free kick for Milan. Probably their last chance here. Oh, almost a good attempt by Malik Tia, but it's blocked, and they'll have a corner. Oh, no, a throw-in. Samu Chikwueze takes it. Long throw by Milan. Feyenoord headed out. Oh, speed. Oh, my God. Mike Maignan clears. Out. And that'll be a throw-in for Feyenoord. We're in the 5th minute. It's over, guys. It's over. Milan are going home, and deservedly so. Smash the like button if you haven't already, guys. Smash that like button. Milan manager will get 0 flack over this. Probably. I mean, he'll get some, but not enough to threaten his job, for sure. Hey, Pete, you like I show Speed? I don't like watch him as a streamer. I've seen some clips here and there. He seems like just a fun-loving, sort of crazy teenager. Not really my style, but I can see why a lot of people like him. All right, guys. Game is all but over here. Feyenoord will take this throw, and then I have a feeling there won't be much more beyond that. And Milan will go home. One more throw. One more throw here. Long throw, trying to take it down into the corner, which they will do. And they win a corner. Feyenoord have a corner now, which they will take short, I imagine. And they will take their sweet time with it. They will take their sweet time with it. Feyenoord taking it short. Milan trying to clear it. They don't. Game over. Game over. In the end, Milan were the architects of their own destruction. Theo Hernandez largely to blame for the majority of it. But Conceicao's just like, that was disgraceful substitutions. Took off Pulisic, took off Santi, took off Reinders, took off Musah. But Leao and Joao Felix, who would stank up the joint the entire time, okay, get to stay on the field. And he also went super defensive way too early and completely unnecessarily. So absolutely well-deserved. You know, even though Milan fans were telling me that Conceicao's a real coach now and he knows, that was shit. That was absolute shit. Terrible game management from him. He should be ashamed of himself. Milan fans should be up in arms. And Theo Hernandez should hang his head in shame because that was a fucking disgrace. Hopefully Pulisic is all right, not injured or anything. Joao Felix, get the fuck out of there. Useless. He's dying on the Portuguese hill. Yeah, and if he does that, it's only going to get worse. And Milan are going to drop further. Oh, Feyenoord player, red carded, and Leao yellow carded. It won't matter much because Milan are out for him, but Feyenoord just lost another player here. Yeah, I don't know why he loves those Portuguese boys so much. They were both shit today with no consequence. And the problem is that will also kill morale in the dressing room. Once players sense favoritism, that kills morale very, very fast. So, Jesus fucking Christ, man. That sucks, but it is what it is. Smash the like button before you go, guys. Thanks to BetOnline for sponsoring this stream. Y'all have a great rest of your week. I'll see you tomorrow for Juve versus PSV.